Folks, welcome to the workshop. This is day one of our full-on custom course. Say hello everyone.
Hello everyone. Hello everyone.
So we're going to start by, we started by making our fretboards. So Alan and Jim just thickness their fretboards, check it out.
Look at that.
So I'll try and do a little update every day, and you can check back in and see how we're getting on. So there's those two fretboards, thickness. Now I'm going to get the other two on the go. Do you guys want to come over and bring your fretboards then? So check in, I'll maybe introduce you to them all individually at some point if they're up for it. Alright, cheers folks.
Yep. This is
Hello, I'm Neil, and what brings me here, so I built a bandsman last year and I loved it, and I really fancy building a custom bass, so I'm going to build a 30-inch scale, short scale bass from these beautiful woods.
So what wood have you chosen, Neil?
I don't know, I can't remember the names, but I think this is a walnut, the
Wow,
lovely
look at that. Figured walnut.
figured walnut, so put match that on the top. That is flamed
It's ash.
ash, yeah. So that's a nice pale finish. The idea is that'll be capped on top and then sanded down like a sucked lozenge.
Like a sucked lozenge.
Sucked lozenge.
So are you nervous?
No, not yet.
Because you've been before, haven't you?
I've been before.
Right, rock and roll. We'll keep you updated, folks. Cheers for watching.
My name is Alan, and I'm here to build my own guitar design.
Give us a look then. Show us what you're doing.
So there is an ebony fretboard, and I've just cut the fret slots, 22 of them in all.
Beautiful.
We've got a Jarrah top, which is looking very nice.
Jarrah cap.
Jarrah cap, which is also very nice. And
What else?
I've got an ebony fretboard, an ebony scratch plate that's going on here.
Ebony
that's going to be
scratch
cut in
plate.
an oval, and a nice maple neck.
Maple neck.
And I've got some flame maple as the body, which is good. Right?
Yeah, I think Lewis has put that away. We'll get that back out again and show him later. So, how do you feel about it? Are you a bit nervous?
I'm a little nervous, but very excited.
Have you been
This
before?
is my second time, so I've come with my own design this time. Last time was a bandsman, which was fantastic fun.
Give us a quick look at the drawing then.
The drawing is...
You've got 5 seconds to get the drawing done.
The drawing.
Right, check in.
Martin Birch here. The reason I'm here is because a year ago I told my wife about a couple of friends who come to build guitars. I was so impressed. Next thing I know, my wife had called Carol, she booked me on. Next thing I know, my two friends have said, can we come again too? Yeah. Here they are.
Alright, so you're all as a group. Oh, I didn't realise that.
I've got a birch guitar, I've got a Norwegian birch top. I've
So
got a
your name's
mahogany-
Birch and you're doing a birch guitar.
Correct. It's mahogany. I've got a ebony fret and a maple neck. It's nearly finished.
And you're making a fairly basic bandsman, but it's going to have a carved top.
Exactly.
So are you nervous?
Very.
How do you think it's going to turn out?
Oh, I've seen all the others. It's going to be brilliant.
Yeah, you've got every confidence.
Thank you.
Cool, brilliant. So this is day one, guys. We didn't start until this afternoon. It was kind of like a half day today, so we're just going to focus on getting our fretboards. So we draw our centre line, put double-sided tape on the back, and we're going to stick it onto that template there, ready to cut the fret slots. Morning folks, day 2 in the workshop on build your own custom guitar course. So did you all have a good night last night?
Yes, thank you.
Did you hit the pop?
3 Idiots, went to the 3 Idiots. Well worth doing.
Yeah, awesome curry house in the air.
A little bit of pop, beers,
Just a couple of beers,
some ill-advised whiskey.
one ill-advised whiskey. So yesterday we made our fretboards. Show us your fretboards folks. Neil short scale bass. There's Jim and Alan with his, that's a nice one, let's get a close up of that.
That is rather lovely, isn't it?
So today we'll be getting the truss rods in, and hopefully by the end of the day they'll be looking something like guitar necks. So I'll try and keep you updated folks. Cheers. There we go. So that's lunchtime, day 2. That's the target I like to aim for, is to have our necks. So look Martin, neck profile cut out, side profile, lovely. More updates later on folks. Have a look, Alan. That'll do, Alan. I reckon it's in. Do you want to put the clips on?
Come through the other side.
That's our truss rods in. And
Give it a good twatting.
having given it a good twatting, truss rods are in, and I think we can go and have an early bath now. There we go. Give us a look then. Hold it up for us. Yes, look at that. So, do you think we have something resembling a neck?
Something resembling a neck.
Show us yours then,
Get the head in the
Jim. Look at that. And you, Neil. Look at that. And Martin. There we go. So that's all 4 truss rods in. I think we can clock off. Our work here is done. Let's go and get something to eat. Cheers folks. Morning folks. Here we are. What's this? Day 3. It's our second full day. Got our truss rods in yesterday. So today we'll get the fretboards on and start work on the bodies. So here they are.
Hey!
Come on in folks. So clamps off. Clamps off, find your fretboards, and we're going to get your fretboards glued on and start work on your bodies. What do you think of it so far folks?
We'll fix that in the edit.
There's no edit. You know I will make you suffer for that. Yeah.
Glue on those surfaces or whatever.
either or.
Is that quickly now?
Doesn't matter.
Oh, no.
Probably easier just to do one in this case.
Are these coming on quickly now?
Yeah, whack 'em on. Folks, absolutely brilliant. It's lunchtime. Everybody's got their fretboards glued up. We've done some extra bits. There's Alan's bit of Jarrah, look at that. Maple body. Jim, what you got? Mahogany body, mahogany neck. And look at that, Buckeye bell cap. Glued up, ready to go. Over here we've got Neil with his figured walnut short scale base. Awesome. And Martin's going to do a carved top bandsman, so he's got a big thick cap.
Norwegian birch.
Yeah, so check in if you want to know how to do a carved top. I'll be showing you how to do that later on. Alright folks, and just like to say thanks to Simon, our newest student online. Rock and roll. Good luck. How you doing, Jim? Well, I like to see everybody hard at work. I might just sit down for a bit and watch Neil. Go, Neil. So we've got Neil carving his neck. Alan's shaping his headstock over there. Looking good. Almost there.
Nearly done.
Jim's just thicknessing his back. And Martin's cutting his body shape out. Okay folks, end of day 3. That's not a bad 3 days work, is it, Martin?
It's coming on, isn't it?
That almost looks like a guitar. So still got quite a lot to do. Shaping, inlays, frets, etc. There's Jim, he's got his cap glued on. Show us your neck, Jim. Awesome. And then the other two guys, Alan. Show us your neck.
There we go. There it is.
Pretty cool.
It's just about carved.
Nice headstock feature. How do you feel about that?
I'm liking it, actually. I was a bit worried for a while.
Rock and roll. How you doing, Neil?
You've heard of leg day at the gym, neck day, much harder.
Yeah. Yeah, this is the bit that brings out a sweat.
Always.
Right, see you tomorrow, folks. That'll do, we'll call it a day.
Good luck.
Morning all. Day 4, I think. In the Bailey workshop. There they are, all working hard. That's what I like to see. Go and show you what they're up to. Jim's just marking out his body, look. Stunning bit of Buckeye burl. Neil's carving his neck. Just about to blend it in. Alan's a couple of stages behind, carving his neck. And there's our Martin sanding around the sides of his body. So we're cracking on. Check in, I'll try and do some more updates in a bit. Cheers folks. So day 4, build your own guitar. People in the comments are asking apparently where to sign up. So you can go to guitarmaking.co.uk. All my online courses are on there, and you can sign up to the workshops as well. Or you can check out baileyguitars.co.uk, have a look at some of my guitars, and have a look at the Bailey online shop. You can sign up for workshop courses there also. Cheers folks. So we're just about to go for lunch.
Year 3.
Look at that. So I was on Facebook and I saw your comment, Mike Abbott. So there's your guitar. Can't really see it very well anyway. Look at that. Beautiful. So there you go. So Mike Abbott in the comments was asking about his guitar. Mike came on the course a while back and made his own guitar, and then he commissioned me to make this. So it's a bit special. It's got that, what do we call it, elbow carve. So there you go, Mike. Going for dinner now. So that's the end of day 4. We've all done very well. We get a day off tomorrow.
I don't want one.
So it is quite intense doing this in 4 days. So we have a day off, and that stops us from making stupid mistakes. Let's just quickly go around and see what we've got. So Neil's got his wood joined up. Martin's rocking. Look at that. Let's have a look, Alan. Stand back a sec. Look at that. Yeah. And there's our gym.
That'll be wonderful later.
So that's Alan's just doing some inlaying. Just roughed out his Phoenix there. What I'm going to do is pass that on to Jim. You're going to do yours. Jim's got a couple of little diamonds to do. So you're going to do yours because it'll only take you a few minutes. If you just get those last 3 frets cut. So Alan, you're going to cut your frets in a second.
Okay.
Martin's over there levelling his fretboard. Should we have a look, Martin?
Yeah.
120 grit.
Look how level that is.
That's the levelest fretboard you'll ever see. How you doing, Neil?
I'm getting high on super glue.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Is it hitting?
Yeah.
Rock and roll. Okay guys, so I told you how we would carve a top. This works for any shape. I'll show you quickly how we mark it out. We find the centre of the horn. So the centre of the horn is this point here. And we mark a line from there to this corner. Repeat that on this side. And then we mark a line around the back. It gets wider around the back here. We're doing this by hand, so you can make your carve as big or as small as you want. Something like that. Try and make it even on both sides. And then, from this point, we want the cap to be left about 6mm thick. Same here. So I'm going to continue marking that line all the way around, and that gives us our 2 lines to join up, and that would be stage 1 of our carve. Now we just have to join up the 2 lines. There's 3 positions, 3 working positions. We're going to start in this position, position 1, position 2 and position 3. I'm just going to work my way around with this rasp, or rather martiners, and we're going to join up the 2 lines. So I'll give you updates as we progress. This is stage 1 of carving the top. Joining up these 2 lines. So it's the same as always. You can't really watch both lines at the same time.
Yeah.
So we're going to quickly take it down to one.
Yeah.
Take it down to the other, and then knock the lump off in between. Be a bit extra careful around here if you don't want to slip and go into the middle. Okay. Stage 1 complete, folks. So I've marked another line, as you can see, about halfway between. These distances, there's no actual measurements. It's kind of up to you how much you want to take off. I've marked off stage 2, halfway in between. And we're going to go round with various tools. We've got a gouge, and we've got a little round file, and we've got these lovely little round bottom planes. We're going to go round and make a little flat shelf all the way round. It's called the recurve. So originated with archtop guitars, and it's been used by electric guitar makers just to make it look pretty. So we're going round. Stage 2 is put a flat shelf all the way round. There we are, Martin's gone round and done stage 2. A nice little flat shelf all the way round. Look at that. Squint your eyes, it looks beautiful. So all that's left to do now, we're going to go round again and just even up the edges where it's not quite even. And that, folks, is how you carve a top. So that's the first one you've carved, eh, Martin?
First guitar I've carved.
It's come out not too bad, eh? Just follow a certain set of procedures. Yeah, stage 1 and stage 2. Stage 3 then is just to blend it in. So we're going to go with the sander. I've got an air powered sander. We're going to go with sanding day is tomorrow. So by the end of tomorrow this will be all sanded up. The neck will be glued in as well. And basically, what is it? The S hits the F tomorrow. So tune in and we'll see how it goes. Hopefully we'll get it finished. So Alan's been beavering away working on this. Look at that. It's going to be spectacular when it's done, eh?
I think so, hopefully.
So check back tomorrow. We're going to clean up this Phoenix and you'll see it finished. It's going to look absolutely spectacular. Let's go and see what Neil's been doing. Short scale base, 24 frets. Nice bit of rosewood that. So Neil's got his frets in and he's just glued his headstock veneer on. Look at that. Dinky. And Jim. Explorer shape, should we call it?
Yeah, it's Explorer of the artist.
Couple of fancy inlays there, 12th fret. Gorgeous! So big day tomorrow when they're all going to be sanded up and necks glued in by the end of the day. So check back, see how we're getting on. Guitarmaking.co.uk, baileyguitars.co.uk. Cheers folks! Turn your lights down low. How's it going, Neil?
Getting the neck on.
Neck in, look at that.
Beautiful.
So fret's done.
I'm sure it's straight.
We're getting the necks in today. Sanding day. And
Sanding day.
Getting the necks in. Look at that. So there's the carved top once it's been sanded. Gorgeous. Alan's gluing his weird scratch plate thing on. How'd you feel about that, Alan?
I'm pretty pleased with it, actually.
Good, good. We'll show you what that looks like when it's done. It is a bit hectic today, folks, with it being sanding day. We have to get the necks glued in and all sanded up, ready for finishing. So there might not be so many updates, but I'll do my best. Keep you updated as the day goes on. Cheers, folks. Hi, Moira. I know you're watching. How you doing? Absolutely beautiful. What do you think of that then, Jim?
Yeah, the guitar's not bad either.
Do you reckon, Martin?
Oh, phew.
It's not bad, is it? We're all exhausted but happy. That's the necks glued in. Job done. Go for a curry or something.
Can't stop stroking it.
So Alan's a little bit behind because his guitar was a little bit fancier, eh, Alan?
Yeah, just a little bit.
But we're getting there. And Neil, you're about done, aren't you?
Yeah. Finishing touches.
Look at that.
Short scale bass. Walnut.
What do you think of it so far?
Beautiful.
And the guitar's not bad either. So this is it, last day of build your own custom guitar. Jim actually finished yesterday. He's left his guitar with us. This is Jim's super duper Buckeye Bell custom jobby. So it's all ready for spraying. Jim's left it with us, and Lewis is going to spray it up for him, and then he's going to come back next month to finish it off. So keep an eye out and you'll be able to see it all glossed up and hopefully making some nice sounds. So check back next month for that. BaileyGuitars.co.uk, guitarmaking.co.uk. Now we've got to go in and finish the other guys, so we'll do some more updates. I'll let you know how the other guys are getting on. So Neil's just putting the finish on his base. This is Liberon finishing oil. Look at that. This is Liberon finishing oil. Look at that. Liberon finishing oil, it's the easiest one to use. Wipe on, wipe off. You can't put too much on, just avoid runs. Wipe on in the direction of the grain, parallel to the centre line. Wipe on and then get a dry rag and buff it off. We'll let it dry for a couple of hours and then put another coat on. You can put up to about 6 coats on. We usually put about 3 coats on. If you want to, you can polish it with wax, give it a buff. That looks pretty good, eh? Look at that. Hey guys, this is episode 1 of Check This Out. Check this out. Look. So this is a Telly jack socket plate, which Alan is going to demonstrate. Do you want to unscrew it for us, Alan, and show us how it works? So Telly jack socket plate. We're using it to mount the volume controls in this guitar. Where did you find out about that, Alan?
This is a credit to James Collins, who does this on his guitars.
Cheers, James Collins. So this is what it looks like in the guitar. We can tighten up the grub screw there. Look at that, awesome. So episode 1 of Check This Out. What should we call it? Telly knob.
Good.
I reckon I could get maps on it. He's not bootleg beaters, but they're one down from bootlegs. He's cool. Very good. So show me progress. Show me how do you do that?
Beautiful. So this is end of day 7, I think. Alan's gluing his neck in. Looking good. He's going to glue his headstock veneer on, and then we're done. So in a minute, Martin's going to have put his strings on, and so has Neil. So we should be making some noises. I'll do another update very soon, and then we're going to call it a day. Cheers, folks. So end of day 7. We managed to get the strings on. Let's have a listen to Martin's.
Oh no.
Go on, Martin. So still need to do some setup. This is just basically just a really quick setup. It works.
Neil, IT. Exciting.
That's exciting. What are you doing here, Neil?
I'm building a short scale bass. A gorgeous short scale bass.
So how's it worked out?
It's beautiful, beyond my wildest dreams.
Show us a few of the features.
So 5-way switch. Lots of sounds.
Cool.
Beautiful walnut top,
Yeah, that's
individual
gorgeous.
saddles. Nice and fiddly, but they look gorgeous.
Yeah.
Flame maple back.
Interesting neck joint there. Rosewood fretboard. Nice bit of walnut on the headstock. So, what would you say to someone who was thinking about coming on the course?
Come along, this is my second, won't be my last. It's fantastic. Love it.
Brilliant. Thanks, Neil.
Alan, and I am a project manager.
Cool. What are you doing here, Alan?
I'm building a custom guitar.
Yes. The whole internet's been waiting to
Alive
get a
with it.
glimpse of your inlay.
There it is.
So I'm going to go in
Can we have
close.
a close-up?
Let's have a look.
Look at that.
Tip it back a little bit, Alan. Got a bit of light reflection. There we go. Bit more. Look at that. It's on fire.
It's literally on fire.
That's our Phoenix. Well done.
Thank you.
So what was the best bit then?
Not putting the inlay in. That was difficult.
What was the hardest bit? The inlay.
The inlay was the hardest bit, yeah.
Cool.
Without a doubt.
But I mean, you designed this guitar from scratch
I
on
did.
our
I designed it on a course last year.
our Design Your Own course, and there it
And
is.
there it is.
Would you recommend us to a friend?
Many times over.
Rock and roll. That's all we need to know. Cheers, Alan. Well done. Close up of that zany headstock. Well done.
Thank you.
Martin and I build guitars. I didn't realise until I turned up. I now know I do.
So what are you doing here?
I came, I was inspired by two friends who had come before. They inspired me. My wife, next thing I know, had rang up Carol, booked me on. Next thing I know, the two friends had also said, we know you're going to do it, can we come as well? So they've come for a second time. Here we are.
So you came, the three of you came together. Rock and roll. So tell us a bit about the guitar.
My surname's Birch, so it's had to have a birch cap. Just look at this beautiful thing, which I sourced from Norway. I've got a maple neck.
Yeah.
I've got a mahogany fret.
It's basically a carved top bandsman, isn't it?
It is a
So
carved
would you recommend us to a friend, Martin?
I will do. Yeah, I'm going to recommend it to everybody I know. But
Is this the man who can't play guitar?
Yeah.
it sounds good, doesn't it?
This is the man who can't play guitar.